member for Edmonton Decor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As I've had the privilege of being able to give my maiden speech early in the first session, it's still both an honor and a pleasure to be able to rise on behalf of the people of Edmonton Decor and address the Assembly in response to the speech from the throne. Of course, I'd first like to thank Her Honour, the Honourable Lieutenant Governor of Alberta, for delivering a speech filled with hope, optimism, and a path to future prosperity for all of Albertan. That path speaks of managing an energy price shock, the likes of which we haven't seen since the 80s, and how we must support the energy sector during these very challenging times. But it also speaks of a future, Mr. Speaker, future with a diversified economy, stable public services that Albertans rely on every single day, and an environment that also produces clean energy so that we can protect our land, our air, and our water. Mr. Speaker, the throne speech also has addressed a concern that was growing in my riding of Edmonton Decor, and that concern is democratic reform. Our political process cannot be for just a select few, and it cannot be administered by just a select few. It must be for all Albertans, Mr. Speaker, and I'm already hearing about how pleased my residents are with where this government is leading on that, and they are excited to see what will be coming in the future. The days and weeks ahead are no doubt going to be a challenge, Mr. Speaker, as we navigate through these very volatile times. But Albertans, like the residents of Edmonton Decor, are optimistic, they are hopeful, they're also entrepreneurial, and they are very resilient. With qualities such as these, Mr. Speaker, the future does indeed look very bright. And together, we will build a future that will stand the test of time. If I may quote from Her Honour's speech, Albertans want to build a society that gives a hand up to people who need it, cares for the vulnerable, and opens doors for our children and grandchildren. Mr. Speaker, as the member for Edmonton Decor, I'm humbled and honoured to be their representative in this House as we work towards building this future together. A future with that diversified economy, with stable public services that future Albertans can count on. A future where the environment we live in protects the land, the air, and the water for generations to come. And all of that under a democratic system, Mr. Speaker, that doesn't exclude any Albertan, and everyone is equal and respected equally. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.